So here's the first step of the game plan. Keep in mind, we're going to be Lieutenant Columbo. We're not going to be aggressive appearing. We're not going to seem threatening. We're going to seem curious. And the very first step of the game plan, that is the first thing that you do when you think you might like to engage somebody on a spiritual topic or move towards spiritual things or deal with a challenge somebody's offered. The very first thing you have to do is get more information. I don't want people thinking about leading that person to Christ. I want them to think about gathering information. That's the first step of the game plan. So we're going to just start out being students. We're going to ask a question, and I have a model question here that will help. The question is, what do you mean by that? Now, that's just a model question. It could be asked in a lot of different ways. Somebody says, well, you're pushing your morality on me. So I ask them, well, how am I pushing my morality on you right now? I want them to tell me more. If they say, well, belief in God is irrational, I'll say, what's irrational about belief in God? Notice, by the way, in both of those examples, I am not getting defensive. I'm not defending my view. I'm not attacking the other person's view. That is not my first step. My first step is to get more information. So when I ask some form of the question, what do you mean by that? What's going on? Help me out. I'm confused about that. Tell me more. Then I'm quiet.
Right.
I'm listening. And the other person is giving me the information I need. Now, I'll tell you a secret about that question, Jacob. First of all, it's really easy to ask, right?
Yes.
No trouble, no pressure on me.
Right.
I'm just being curious.
Yeah.
And it's very friendly. No problem. But what happens a lot when you ask a person what they mean by something is oftentimes they won't know what to say.
Exactly. Right.
Because they haven't thought about it.
Right. Right.
And that simple question is powerful because it forces people to take vague ideas that kind of get traction against the Christian because they're unclear, because they're vague. It forces that person to think more carefully about exactly what he does mean, what his view actually is. And even just asking that question all by itself is enough many times to cause a non-Christian to stop in their tracks and start thinking more carefully about exactly what they do believe. And this has a powerful impact on them, even though you've not made any case for Christianity. So the first step, and I know we're kind of speaking in summary fashion here. I actually go a couple of chapters in the book, Tactics, a game plan for discussing your Christian convictions, which, by the way, right now the one coming out is the 10th anniversary edition. This book has been out for 10 years, and it's been really, really popular. But I went and rewrote the whole thing and added 40% more material, doubled the number of tactics, and really put 6 new chapters. So readers who have read the first edition, they're going to want to get the second because there's a lot of information there. But in any event, what I'm trying to help them do is to move slowly in the conversation and start out just by gathering information and getting clarity on what the other person's view is before they do anything else. Because you have to know the lay of the land, Jacob, before you can know how to proceed. And that's what that first question does. What do you mean by that? Some form of that. And then let them talk and then listen carefully to what they say.